Hi, I'm Anastasia Chiu, and I'm here from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'm about to read The Golden Compass by Philip Pullman. I read it once as the protagonist of the book, and I read it now as one of the side characters. It'll probably be very clear which one in a moment. I'm going to start right in the middle. The librarian didn't know much about it, but he disliked and feared what he'd heard, and he completely understood the master's anxiety. The Palmerian professor mentioned a name, he said after a minute or so. Barnard Stokes? What is this Barnard Stokes business? It's not our field, Charles. As I understand it, the Holy Church teaches that there are two worlds. The world of everything we can see and hear and touch, and another world, the spiritual world of heaven and hell. Barnard and Stokes were two, how shall I put it, renegade theologians who postulated the existence of numerous other worlds like this one, neither heaven nor hell, but material and sinful. They are there, close by, but invisible and unreachable. The Holy Church naturally disapproved of this abominable heresy, and Barnard and Stokes were silenced. But unfortunately for the magisterium, there seemed to be sound mathematical arguments for this otherworld theory. I have never followed them myself, but the Cassington scholar tells me that they are sound. And now Lord Osriel has taken a picture of one of these other worlds, the librarian said, and we have funded him to go and look for it. I see. Quite. It'll seem to the Oblation Board and to its powerful protectors that Jordan College is a hotbed of support for heresy. And between the consistorial court and the Oblation Board, Charles, I have to keep a balance. And meanwhile, the child is growing. They won't have forgotten her. Sooner or later, she would have become involved, but she'll be drawn in now whether I want to protect her or not. But how do you know that, for God's sake? The alethiometer again? Yes, Lyra has a part to play in all this, and a major one. The irony is that she must do it all without realizing what she's doing. She can be helped, though, and if my plan with the Tokay had succeeded, she would have been safe for a little while longer. I would have liked to spare her a journey to the north. I wish above all things that I were able to explain it to her. She wouldn't listen, the librarian said. I know her ways only too well. Try to tell her anything serious and she'll half listen for 5 minutes and then start fidgeting. Quiz her about it next time, she'll have completely forgotten. If I talked to her about dust, you don't think she'd listen to that? The librarian made a noise to indicate how unlikely he thought that was. Why on earth should she, he said. Why should a distant theological riddle interest a healthy, thoughtless child? Because of what she must experience. Part of that includes a great betrayal. Who's going to betray her? No, that's the saddest thing. She will be the betrayer, and the experience will be terrible. She mustn't know that, of course, but there's no reason for her not to know about the problem of dust. And you might be wrong, Charles. She might well take an interest in it if it were explained in a simple way. And it might help her. Later on, it would certainly help me to be less anxious about her. That's the duty of the old, said the librarian, to be anxious on behalf of the young, and the duty of the young is to scorn the anxiety of the old. They sat for a while longer, and then parted, for it was late, and they were old and anxious.